Good morning. This is a short video to cover week 1 of Speech 203, and these weekly videos are going to be in lieu of virtual class sessions. So any place if you still see references in the syllabus or the learning modules to virtual class session, there is no such thing. Okay. Instead, I'm going to do these vodcasts every week, and then you're going to respond in a paragraph or two as to what you gained from this vodcast or what you learned or basically what I said, and you're going to post that at the bottom of your Moodle page in the appropriate discussion forum there. At the very bottom of the Moodle page you'll see all the discussion forums. So for example, this is week 1, so you go to the week 1 overview and just post your summary there, and then I can look at it to make sure you're actually involved with the class. All right, I consider these vodcasts important. They give you a chance to get to know me a little bit better, and of course I'll be getting to know you better through your speeches. Okay, so I'd like to just cover a couple things quickly. The textbook for the class is extraordinarily important. It's a very, very good textbook. It's a new edition. Okay, if by any chance you get an old edition, I've keyed everything to the chapter titles. I'm trying to avoid page numbers. The chapter titles are accurate. So if I say read chapters 1, 2, and 3, that's still accurate. All right. There is no CD-ROM with this new edition of the textbook. That's fine. That saves you some money. I've managed to find all the appropriate files off the CD-ROM and put them here on the Moodle anyhow. Okay, so that's not an issue. You don't need the CD-ROM. I've already said there's no virtual class. Basically, your week 1 tasks are to go over what are called, on your Moodle, you'll see where it says topic outline. So you have topic 1, which is the staff information. You can learn a little bit about me. You may notice from my picture I cut off my goatee. Okay. Topic 2 gives you kind of the basic course information. It gives you the syllabus, which is very important. All right. It gives you the course schedule, dates, and everything. And then it gives you my virtual office hours if you ever want to try that. Okay. Can't guarantee that I'll always be there. The really important part is topic outline 3 and topic outline 4. In topic outline 3, that's where your weekly learning activities are. So even though you have no textbook maybe this week, maybe it's not come yet or you won't get it until next week, that's fine. You still have week 1 activities to do, and I understand you don't get a textbook right away. So basically the first thing you're going to do after listening to this podcast is you're going to go to what's called the week 1 learning module, and that's a Word document that totally details everything you're supposed to do week 1. Okay, so I'm looking at it right now. And item 5 always on this weekly learning module is your actual assignments. So for instance, I have you view a short podcast. It gives you an overview of the whole class. I did that vodcast a couple months ago, so maybe slightly out of date. As I said, there's no virtual classroom, and you don't need the CD-ROM. Okay. Then I say find my week 1 overview, which you've obviously done if you're listening to this, and then go down to the bottom of the Moodle page, and where it says week 1 overview, post a summary there. Then I have you read a short web page about fear of public speaking. Then I ask you once again to go down to the bottom of the Moodle page and post there to what's called DB1-1, discussion board week 1, item number 1. Post a couple of paragraphs about your own feelings about public speaking, okay, your own experiences with it. Okay, and that's pretty straightforward. Now, item E is the hard part. You must get this accomplished this week. If you can't get this done right, you're going to mess yourself up for the entire class, okay? You must download what's called the Audacity software. This is how we create MP3 files for this course. This is how you turn in your speeches, all right? Very critical. And this comes in 2 pieces. It's a little tricky. So here I've got some instructions in the assignments in the learning module, but also on the Moodle, I have a link. If you look at it for week 1, it says downloading Audacity and the lame MP3 encoder. That's 2 downloads, and you have to get them connected. And that's how you actually create your MP3 files. So it's critical that you get this done correctly this week. And by the end of the week, I want you to send me a test audio file, a test MP3 file. Send it through the Moodle mail. All right, send it through the Moodle mail. It's on the right-hand side of the page. And send it as an attachment. Keep it short, a couple minutes at the most. But satisfy yourself that that file works, that it is indeed an MP3 file, and send it to me so that I can hear it too. It's critical that we get it done this week, and I guarantee you, if you don't get it done this week, you're going to end up flunking the course, all right? You can't do this course without this. If you think you're having any trouble, call me at home Monday through Friday, and I'll figure out if I can walk you through it, okay? It's straightforward. I've never had a student, an A student, not do it, all right? I get students to do this, so it's straightforward. So I have 2 videos about it. One's right there on the Moodle. It's called Downloading Audacity and the Lame MP3 Encoder. It's a YouTube lecture. And then also in the learning module itself, in the assignments, item 5E, there's some instructions there. So look at both of those and get that downloaded. Then for week 1, you have a quiz, all right, course orientation, and that's a quiz over the syllabus. Okay, and then also you have a second discussion back to your learning module document, your Word document for the week. Item 5G, I have you listen to a speech by Martin Luther King. Great speaker, of course, a very highly educated human being, just a wonderful, wonderful person to listen to. The speech is brilliant. I'm sure you've heard it before. I want you to talk about that in discussion board 1-2. Once again, it's down at the bottom Moodle. Please follow these prompts. I call them prompts. When I have you do a discussion, I kind of tell you what I'm expecting. That's in the learning module in item 5. Okay, I list out very carefully what I expect you to do in these discussions. These discussions are critical to the class. I'll get in there myself every week, take a look at what you're doing. The following week in the overview, I'll even talk about that. Okay, so please make sure you do the discussions thoroughly. If you're not doing the discussions, I can tell you're not a very good student. All right, so don't do that. Discussions are important. So finally, I just want to end up. Next week, you're going to be reading a couple of chapters in the textbook, 3 for specifically, and 1 chapter is on the public speaking and the fear of public speaking, and we're kind of covering this week. So you might ask yourself, well, how can I do a speech class online? All right, and I've had other people ask me this. It's not hard. To get over the fear, first of all, we're going to do we're going to actually do 2 things. One, we're going to peer review each other's speeches. You actually turn your speeches not only to the assignment, where I can grade it privately, but you're also going to turn it into the discussion board where you guys get to listen to it. Okay, so you know you've got an audience. As you do your own speech, you know somebody, your own peers are listening to you. But the other thing is that you get over the fear through a couple of ways. One, of course, is you practice. All right, but 2, most important thing is you really know your material. If you really know your material and have created a good outline of what you want to say and have a lot of factual information for your material, for your topic, and also have a good PowerPoint to kind of be behind you, backing you up, that you can refer to and show the audience, this really eliminates the fear. So if you have a good prompt and good organization and a good outline, and you've practiced all this, you're going to do fine. Okay. Now in this class, we're not writing out your speeches. I strongly advise against that. The textbook advises against that. Some people do. Martin Luther King did. He knew what he was doing. Okay, he did sermons. Okay, most sermons are written out. But in general, the best speaking is somewhat extemporaneous. So you have a very good outline. That's really critical. A good outline. You've kind of practiced around that outline, but basically it's not written out, because if it's written out, you'll read it. All right. So I can help you in this class get over the fear of public speaking, and I can help you in this class learn how to construct a really, really good speech. Well, I better keep this short. So hey, I'll talk to you again next week.